Dear YouTube, I send my formal complaint now. I just filmed this video, and I mean, it probably could have been better because it's late, and I'm bored, and I'm trying to get myself to be tired, because second day of school tomorrow, freshman year. But, it was just really annoying, because, you finish it, and it's there's no video. Thanks, YouTube. Well, I was talking about some of my favorite series, which, as you can see, a lot of my books have been loaned out. And, yeah, don't mind Harry Styles behind me. But I pulled just a few random ones down as I was talking. But this is probably my favorite series of all time. I started reading it in the 2nd grade, and the last book came out my 8th grade year. And they're just so great. They sound stupid, like Tosh Hoplos was talking about Vampire Academy. They sound so stupid, but once you start reading them and getting into them, you are totally hooked for life. It is not even funny. They are so suspenseful and great. Oh, by the way, these are Riley Carter, and this is not the first book. I think the first book is I Tell You I Love You, but then I'd have to kill you, but you could literally just skip the first book and understand everything that's happening. It's about a girl named Cami Morgan, aka the Chameleon. She's kind of a girl that blends in, but yet she lives at a school for spies. Her mom is the principal. Like I said, this is my favorite series, but it's 12, and I haven't really read it in a long time. I'm not a rereader, but I tell you, it'll keep you on the end of your seat the entire time. Sorry, my brain is malfunctioning. This is why I wanted YouTube to give me the other video. That, and then this one may come as a surprise to you because apparently a lot of booktubers hate these books. But The Selection. This is actually my original copy, but there was a book signing, and since Kiera Cass is one of my favorite authors, wrong page, she actually signed it. And I have all of them signed except for I somehow have an extra copy of The Elite. But everybody finds America so annoying, but I don't get it. I think America's indecisiveness is what would really happen, because, I mean, although we all act like we would have all our choices together and we'd have ourselves all together, why would we know what we want? Every girl has a moment where she goes, I don't know what I'm going to do next, I don't know who I'm going to be with. Not that I'm thinking about that right now, I'm in freshman year. But, I mean, it's bound to happen. It's kind of that young insecurity, innocence that we all have for a while. I hope we have for a long time. But reading this book, I really related to America being very stubborn and kind of loud and not really knowing what to do in times. And then when she does something, kind of oh my god, why did I do that? Not that I make mistakes all the time, but just kind of socially awkward, if you understand what I'm saying. Most girls would be very proper to the prince or not knee him in the groin. Except for maybe this. But Maxon begs to differ. I think The Selection is a great book. It's very captivating. Well, all of them are. The Selection, The Elite, and The One. The One is probably my favorite, although it's not as evil as the Legion, but it's evil. Segue. All of my Divergent copies, except for my signed copies, which we do not touch, are loaned out. So I can't really show you, but I love Divergent. I was a hipster person that read them before they came out. Not before they came out. Before they, were this huge, huge hit. And so Tris inspires me every day in what she's done, what she stands for, and she's kind of the picture to me of what I'm striving to be and who I want to be. So it's very easy to look at her and be able to see what kind of qualities does Tris have. I feel like she's one of my best friends, and she kind of got me back into the reading groove. So for a while I got oh, I don't want to read anything, because I reread a lot of stuff. That's the only book series I can reread. The other stuff that's loaned out is Hunger Games, which you can probably see Catching Fire behind me. Hunger Games, I have gotten almost all of my friends to read that. Erica, we still have no hope for that one yet. Even Hudson, like Hudson was just reading it last year of school. Like he did not even read it before then. I'm serious. And I like that it's so hooking and so easily, like, even though it's kind of gory, I mean, not like too much for some people, but it's gory for other people. It still kind of hooks you and keeps you, and you have to know what happens. Plus, I'm kind of partial to that book series because my book boyfriend is in it. Finnick Odair. Finnick. Do you want a sugar cube? No? No? Sure. Another great series is probably, I think I have some of them up there. Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and then the Heroes of Olympus, which I actually prefer the Heroes of Olympus, except for Jason. And the brick Phoebe. Yes, she has the name, it's Phoebe. I learned that actually. But, because Jason just seems useless. What is the point of Jason? Like, Christine always says, #JasonFail. Every time, like, I try to reread the series or whatever, I can't do it because the entire time I'm like, Jason, you're being an idiot. So, I think it's a great series. I mean, Rick Riordan is always one for laughs. He's great. It's very funny, very entertaining, very relatable. I mean, as relatable as a story about demigods. Yeah. And that's also something that I like about Hunger Games and Percy Jackson. Well, I just called them both Percy Jackson. Because I like that they're older authors. Not that they're old, but they're older authors in the sense like Veronica Roth is only like 26. Because I like that an older generation is able to connect and understand the youth. And that shows that we're not that irrational, we're not that hard to understand, you just have to take a different route, I guess. But I like that we get to hear their voice. Like, a lot of times I feel like older people don't talk to me or don't try to express their opinion because they're worried, oh, this is just a teenager, she won't listen to me, or this is just another, like, kid. It won't mean anything to them, it'll go one ear and out the other. But they don't know, like, I think this is Hunger Games, but I'm tired. They don't know the effect they can have. Like, she doesn't know the effect she can have. Because it's true. You are the voice. You learn all this stuff. You just need to learn how to present your words. Like, if someone told me a million years ago or when I was a kid, I would just, like, zone out, depending on who it is. Like, if Grandpa said that, my grandpa is crazy. So there would probably be, like, fire or crazy stories, Broadway musicals, like that kind of stuff. And, well, it depends on the person, but I think if you're trying to engage a youth and you're older, even, like, not old, but you know how us kids are, then you just need to look at the way you phrase things. Because, I mean, look at Suzanne Collins has been so successful in understanding and giving us something that teaches us something that we should hope. We shouldn't let fear of what everything that's around us, fear of anything at all, control our life. And we shouldn't let some government, we shouldn't let something control life. We may be able to submit ourselves to because we have to honor a government, but that doesn't mean that the government controls you. Well, it's hard to explain. So, I mean, I love that. I can see Gone up there. I don't absolutely love Gone. I like the first two books. I mean, the last two books of, oh my god, The Kane Chronicles. They're great. I don't love the first book. It was just really creepy. So I've literally just read the last two because I read the second book first because I didn't know it was